So I don't know about you, but I'm trying to be a baddie by next summer. So what you mean by that? I want to be so bad, bro. Like when people see the word baddie in the dictionary, they see my name, they see your name, they see our names. I let us be baddies. Oh, you trying to be unrecognizable? Yeah, next summer I don't want you to see this by next summer. Yeah, I'm trying to be unstoppable. Period. Unbeatable. Period. I'm trying to be so lit, bro. Like, I want to be litter than Dubai. I want to be as hot as Dubai, bro. I want to be spiritually, physically, everythingly on fire, period. Lit, 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 lit. Lit, 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 lit. Well, since it's winter time, and it's lit, 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 lit. It's finally gonna be Operation Become a Baddie by next summer. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, clock it. And ooh, I want y'all clock it. Yeah, clock it. And I want y'all to come join me.
I'm just trying to go legit. Back to back, making plays, throwing fits. Look at me ballin'. Look at me ballin'.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm in this weird period of life where I want to reinvent myself every single week. I don't know if it's like the late 20s or what it is. I saw a quote though today that said, while you're worried about your purpose, people are worried about not getting food. Both are important, but one is a privilege. So I think it's just important to name like the privilege to even be having to think about like purpose and things, etc. So that is kind of the inspiration behind, it's not inspiration, but I guess that's some context behind why I want to do this winter art creative challenge. Like I want to see what I can create in this time. So the biggest thing really is that film on Black Girl, natural hair. There's also like these rings that I now have, I'm trying to also change my style, because like I said, the goal is that by next summer, y'all, by next summer, we's baddies together. We are creative baddies together, okay? So I'm gonna take y'all on that journey, okay? And also to maybe also hopefully inspire, give tips, advice, etc. You're also trying to kind of like reinvent yourself. Because I think something I have to keep telling myself is that you are allowed to evolve, you're allowed to change, you're allowed to be somebody different than you was yesterday and the day before that and the years before that. I think sometimes it feels weird because especially with social media, people like may have known who you was at a certain point, but now you're a different person, and I feel like I'm going through this evolution of some sorts where I'm just trying to show and be an active art school lifestyle. I don't know if that made literally any sense. So anyway, to be very honest, I am hungry. I am starving actually, and because of that, I want to go back home and get something to eat. So that is the next goal for today. Do you ever just sit back and think about what you like to do as a kid? Like, not what was forced for you to do, the things you really, really like to do. And why don't nobody tell you that as you get older, you find yourself going back to those things again? I know this don't look appetizing, but that's really good. I promise. They're like these corn pancakes from a local place here. Tip 1 of how to become a baddie during this creative winter arc. Do not talk while chewing. I repeat, my gosh, do not talk while chewing. They still hurt. I'm so hot. So you see, I live in the 3rd coldest state in the nation. Like, I don't know if that's supposed to be a flex or something, but like, winter can be hard. And I feel like we already in winter, because I kid you not, it basically It basically is 30 degrees. Today, it said feels like 39. They would either be lying. They be saying, oh, it's 50, but then it says feels like 39. They be lying, okay? It was brick today. And I'm realizing I'm in winter. And as someone who just turned 27 and keeps having mini life crises every other week, I just was like, you know what? I want to become more creative. By the end of my lifetime, I want to be more creative in art and everything, you know? And I want to document that journey, not just for me, but for all of us, you know, who are in our late 20s, figuring the ish out and are trying to process things and growing up and figuring it out. So I'm gonna start documenting this, yo, and I'm gonna take y'all along the ride because the ride can be bumpy. So let's start with today. Let's start with what happened today, earlier today. Let's start there.
When we're hand in hand, our sisterhood turns bad into good. Golden wonderland, when we take a stand, our sisterhood helps the common good. We are stronger, getting stronger every day. We are braver, getting braver in every way.
Hello, I'm looking for a tripod.
Yeah, tripods are gonna be straight back by camera section.
Okay, thank you. Yes, for a tripod, external hard drive. Okay, so today's task is that I need to get a new tripod because the one I have right now is broken. I also want to go to get some not earrings, but some rings because I want to look, you know, artsy and cool for this creative winter arc. We're changing it up, okay? So come to Best Buy with me as I try to figure out how to get this new tripod.
Big, going big. We going big, going big. We going big, going big. Don't trip, gotta get it how you live, ayy. Yeah, we going big, going big. We going big, going big. We going big, going big. Don't trip, gotta get it how you live, ayy.
So, plot twist. So I went there and I was like, hey, y'all got tripods? Yo, please tell me why this guy was like, what's wrong with your tripod? And I said, oh yeah, like there's something wrong with it. Y'all, I kid you not, this tripod has been really finicky, has been kind of shaky or whatever, and then suddenly it decides to work. So I'm over here looking dumb, like, I tell you, there is something wrong with the tripod. I promise you something's wrong with the tripod. And he's like, just do this with it. And it was funny though, because I kid you not, the tripod suddenly wanted to work like it had no issues before. So now I just look dumb. I just look dumb. That was funny. Okay, so now I'm gonna go get my earrings done. They didn't have the external hard drive that I wanted, so they could finish it to me tomorrow. And then I got my memory card though, so that's good. But now it's time to get the earrings, you feel me, at the mall right across the street. So I see y'all over there.
We could be chasing dreams. We know what's right, and we know how it feels. Yeah, we can do better.
For me, as a kid, I used to love writing. I used to write the weirdest stories in my journals, bro. It was actually insane when I look at these stories. And I also liked cameras. Well, not really cameras, but I just liked taking videos of myself and sending videos to my friends about my weekly updates. But as you can see in Best Buy, I definitely do like a little tech. Maybe it's my ego, who knows. Tip 2 of trying to be a baddie during this creative winter arc. Please, if you're trying to change up your look to be more artsy, do not shop on Macy's. Shop somewhere much cheaper, because this price is absolutely ridiculous. And then then I also liked fashion. In fact, I remember I got this little fashion app when I was younger, and for this creative winter arc, I'm just like, you know what, let's spice it up. Let's try to look a little more artsy, you feel me? Like, so I'm just like, let's let me get some rings. Why do I keep calling them earrings? They're definitely rings. Okay, so basically, I decided that I'm going to make a film about Black girl natural hair because I love talking about natural hair, and I feel like so many of us have a story, right? Of maybe we went through like perming our natural hair when we was younger, or we just felt a lot of shame with our natural hair, and I just want to celebrate it. And I want to make a short film of this to really let us be celebrated in our natural hair in a very beautiful way. So with that, I am working on trying to like get the word out. So basically, I was first gonna do it in Minneapolis, and then I was like, yo, I have my friend who's spoken word artist in New York, and I was like, okay, I think I finna ask her. And then talking to her, I was like, maybe I'm gonna do this in New York. So, and I put out the application last week for folks that they wanted to be models, photographers, videographers, cinematographers, and I have people that I have connections to folks, but I just wanted to see, like who might be interested. And but I feel like I didn't put enough detail with stuff. So I posted this thing on TikTok, but I am about to post it on Instagram. So I'm just trying to like do some last minute things. Like I'm looking at my laptop for stuff, but I don't think that is a good use of my time because I think I'm going to use what I have right now. Maybe so let me give you all a little gist about what this thing is, because part of my winter arc, creative challenge thing is that I really do want to like invest a lot in this film and show the journey of it. So let me tell you all a little bit about what I put in this post. So basically the first thing is showing like call for artists, models, photographers, producers, editors. I don't know when this video will be up, but maybe you still got time to apply for this. But synopsis, this short film celebrates the beauty of natural hair to uplift the mental wellness of Black women by embracing their crowns of art in all aspects of life. So kind of the vision is to show like us in our natural element, with our natural hair. And so I heard something called a film mood board. You kind of, give like the mood of what you're trying to envisioning. So I try to put like the shot angles, locations, color tones, and I'm excited, for like what's gonna happen with this project, and I'm excited to see what we can create in the meantime. But I'm gonna try to post this on Instagram now, and we can move forward from there. To be honest, ever since I've been intentionally tapping into what I liked as a kid again, I feel alive. Isn't that funny that we were born as babies, then we get older, and we come back to who we were always kind of meant to be all along when we was babies? And it makes me wonder how many of us are ignoring what we liked as a kid, and maybe that's why we feel so dead inside. It's posted, y'all. Okay, we're done. Let's see how the rest of this winter arc creative challenge goes. Episode 1 complete. Episode 2 coming soon. But you don't need to create a whole film to become a baddie during this creative winter arc. Maybe you, me, all of us, we just need to sit in silence and see what we already have in our hands. And then from there, we just simply go. What if we stopped waiting for approval from others? What if we stopped waiting for applause from other people to go? What if we even stopped waiting for the feeling of boldness? But instead we chose to just simply start.